Hello everyone, this is my fourth lecture on network theory and today's topic is nodal analysis. Now, in last three lectures we discussed about the basics of network circuit theory and basic laws, that is Ohm's law, KCL, KVL, voltage divider rule, current divider rule. Now today we will discuss about nodal, one of the basic method through which we can solve electrical circuit. Now there are basically two basic methods are available that are used for solving electrical circuits. One is nodal analysis and another one is mesh analysis. Now nodal voltage or nodal analysis finds the unknown voltage drops around a circuit between different nodes that provide a common connection for two or more circuit components. That is, node is nothing but a common point where two or more circuit elements are connected. In nodal analysis, we will consider the node voltage with respect to ground. Now here ground means the voltage you have to assume as 0. Okay. Hence, nodal analysis is also called node voltage method. Now, if we consider formal definition, nodal analysis is a method that provides a general procedure for analyzing circuits using node voltages as their circuit variables. Now, nodal voltage is also called node voltage method. Now, let us see some features of the nodal analysis technique. That is, in nodal analysis, what we have to do is we have to apply KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law. Now we have to find out how many nodes are there in the circuit, and in that case, suppose we have n number of nodes, then there will be n minus 1 simultaneous equations to solve. Why n minus 1? Because one of the node we have to assume as ground or 0 volt. So n minus 1 simultaneous equation we have to solve. Now solving n minus 1 equations, all the node voltages can be obtained. The number of non-reference nodes is equal to the number of nodal equations that can be obtained or we have to solve. Now non-reference node, it is a node which has a definite node voltage. Okay, reference node means it is a node which acts as a reference point to all other node, and its value is also considered as 0 volt. Now this is the ground symbol. Okay, one ground symbol and this is another ground symbol, any one of that we can apply. Now basic steps, suppose this is a circuit. First point is we have to find out, or we have to identify the nodes. Now here how many nodes are there? We can see this is one node where these 1 2 3 4 circuit elements are connected. This is another node where 1 2 3 circuit elements are connected, and this is another node where these three circuit elements are connected together. Now among these three nodes we have to assume one node as ground or 0 volt and other nodes at 1 and 2, and in that node 1 we have to assume node voltage as V1. Node 2, for node 2 we have to assume node voltage as V2. Okay, so select a node with as the reference node. So this is a reference node. Assign node voltages V1, V2 up to Vn minus 1 to the remaining nodes. Okay, now these voltages are basically with respect to this ground point. Okay, now we have to apply KCL to each non-reference node. So this is your reference node 0 volt or ground. This is V1, V2 are the non-reference node. So we have to apply KCL at these non-reference nodes, that is at node 1 and node 2. For that we have to use simple Ohm's law to express the branch currents in terms of node voltages. Now how we can find out the branch current? Now according to Ohm's law we know that is V equal to IR. So I equal to nothing but V by R. So what we can write, I equal to V high, which one is the higher voltage, V high minus V low divided by R, that is applying Ohm's law. Now after the application of Ohm's law, get the n minus 1 equations in terms of node voltages and resistances. Then you have to solve n minus 1 nodal equations for to find out the values of node voltages. Okay. Now how we can choose a reference node? Now to choose a reference node from this circuit, we cannot I cannot tell you that point, but just remember up to now that always try to identify reference node or ground point when where the most of the branches are connected together, or assign one end of the voltage source as reference node. Then what will happen? If one end of the voltage source is connect run 0, then other end of the voltage source will be either positive of that value of the voltage source or negative of the value of the voltage source. That means if negative terminal is connected to ground, then positive terminal voltage is a known voltage, the value of voltage source. If positive terminal of the voltage source connected to ground, then other terminal, negative terminal, will be the negative of the voltage source value. So always try to assign node one of the end of the voltage source. Now for current source there will be no problem. Okay. Now, a current through a resistor can be calculated by using node voltages as follows. That means, say this is a V1, this is V2. So this is a two nodes, and their node voltage V1, V2. Now, the current is flowing through from V1 from this 1 to node number 1 to node number 2. Then I12 that we can write as V1 minus V2 divided by R. Current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential, so V1 minus V2 divided by R. If current is flowing opposite direction, then we can write V2 minus V1 divided by R. Now suppose voltage across a resistor can be calculated using node voltages. How? Suppose this is plus minus. Now you have to find out Vx. Now Vx equal to what? Plus is connected to V1, V2. So that will be V1 minus V2. That is equal to Vx. Now if it is opposite one, then V2 minus V1 is equal to Vy. Now if you write V1 minus V2, that will be minus Vy. Okay. So that part you have to take care. Now let us take one example problem with current source. With current source only. And these are independent current source. Now in that case what you have to do is we first have to assign the node, reference node, then non-reference node. Now reference node, here we can see 1, 2, 3 branches are connected, so we can take it as reference node. And what are the other nodes? 1 and 2. Assign the voltage as V1 and V2. Okay. After doing it, what we can see that if we then we have to apply KCL at each non-reference node. That means at 1. At this node 1, if we apply KCL, what we can write? That I2 is leaving, I1 and I3. I1 is entering, I2 and I3 is leaving. So what we can write? I1 equal to I2 plus I3. Okay, equation 1. Now for at KCL, writing KCL at node 2, what we can write? That I4 plus I2 equal to I1 plus I5. Entering current equal to leaving current according to KCL. So this is your equation 2. Now we have to apply Ohm's law, okay, to KCL equation node at node 1. Now here what is I1? I1 is this current which is value is 5 ampere. So I1 equal to 5 ampere. Now what is I2 and I3? I2 is flowing this way from V1 to V2. So what we can write? I2 equal to voltage difference between that two node, that is V1 minus V2 divided by R, that is 4. So V1 minus V2 divided by 4. Now plus I3. So I3 is what? This current that is flowing from between V1 and 0. V1 to 0 volt. So what will be the I3 value, that will be V1 minus 0 divided by 2. So V1 minus 0 divided by 2. We have applied Ohm's law and KCL. Okay, only 2 points. Now if we simplify this equation, we will get this third equation. Now applying KCL at node 2. Now here I2 plus I4. So I2 is this way. So what you can write, V1 minus V2 divided by 4. So V1 minus V2 divided by 4, and I4 is entering. So that will be 10 plus 10. Then I1 is leaving 5 ampere, equal to 5 plus. Now I5 is between V2 and 0. So V2 minus 0 divided by resistance 6. So this will be your, so after solving this equation, we will get equation 4. So we have two unknown variable V1 and V2. Here also V1 and V2. So how many nodes are there? 3 nodes. One is, total number of nodes is 3, and n minus 1 non-reference node, that means 2 non-reference node. So we get two equations of two unknown variable V1 V2. If we solve it, we will get the value of V1 and V2. I know you can solve using any method that you have learned to find out unknown variables, at least 2 and 3 variables. Now this is nodal analysis using current source. This is very simple. Okay. Now nodal analysis using voltage source. Now there is two cases. One is if a voltage source is connected between the reference node and a non-reference node. We simply set the voltage at the non-reference node equal to the voltage of the voltage source. Okay, and its analysis can be done as we done with the current sources. Case 2, if the voltage source is between the two non-reference nodes, then it forms a super node whose analysis we will do later way, after some time. Okay, now let us solve example 2. Okay, we have to find out say current flowing through this 20 ohm resistor. Okay, using nodal analysis. Now here first point is you have to assign the node. Now which one should be your reference node? You can assume this one reference node, this one also reference node, this one also reference node, but which one? Always try to get where is the voltage source. One end of the voltage source we have to assume as reference node. Then what happens if this is 0, then this node will be what? Nothing but 20 volt plus 20 volt. Okay. 20 minus 0 equal to 20 volt. So from this circuit what we can do, if third node is 0, then this will be known as 20 volt. So we don't have to assign node voltage here, we have to assign V1 and V2 here. Okay, so we are assuming V1 voltage at this node 1, node 2, node voltage V2, third node is ground, and this node is nothing but 20 volt. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to write nodal equation at node 1. Okay. Now what we can see, right, that this is a V1 and this is the current, this is series circuit, so same current will flow. Okay, so V1, here the voltage is 20 volt at this point because this is 0 and this value is 20. Okay, so 0 minus 2 plus voltage rise, so 0 plus 20, that will be your 20 volt here. So V1 minus 20 divided by 5, that is your current through this branch, and current through this branch is V1 minus 0 divided by 10. Okay, and through this branch 10 ohm resistor, V1 minus V2 divided by 10. Right? So summation of current equal to 0. So this is your first equation that we got after solving. Now at node 2 what will happen? At node 2, now node 2, if we write that current is this way flowing and here current is flowing this way, so these two current is leaving, right? and this 4 ohm current is entering. Now if we consider V2 minus V1 divided by 10 plus, that is equal to positive, so V2 minus V1 divided by 10, this is positive current. Positive current means it is leaving, so we are assuming leaving current as positive, then entering current, that will be equal to what? Nothing but negative. Okay. So that always you have to consider that if you assuming current enter leaving as positive, so entering should be negative and vice versa. So what we can write, this is V2 by 20, so V2 minus 0 divided by 20, so current is leaving and the value assuming as positive. V2 minus V1 divided by 10 assuming as positive, both are leaving, so entering is negative, so entering current is minus 4, and if we solve we will get this equation. Now in this circuit we have 3 nodes, so n minus 1, that means 2 equations we have to solve, and after solving we will get the value of V1 and V2. Now the question is, you have to find out current through this 20 ohm resistor. If we know the value of voltage V2, then what is the current flowing through the 20 ohm resistor? Just apply Ohm's law, that is V2 minus 0 divided by 20 ohm. Okay. So V2 value is 40, so V2 by R, V2 minus 0 divided by R, so 40 by 20 ohm, so 2 ampere. So the current flowing through this 20 ohm resistor is 2 ampere. So this is another problem. Now let us solve another problem. Find the node voltages of the following circuit. Now here in from this circuit, what we can see, we don't have any voltage source. Okay, so where the number of branches are more, that point we can consider as reference node or 0. Okay, so if you consider this one as 0 volt, okay, so now how many nodes are left? V1, node 1, node 2, and assign node voltage to each node V1 and V2. After that we have to apply KCL at V1 at node 1. Now at node 1 what we can write, V1 minus 0 divided by 12, current is leaving, V1 minus V2 divided by 6, current is leaving, and both are positive, that means this entering current should be negative. If we consider leaving current as positive, then entering should be negative and vice versa. Okay. So we get the equation 1. For second equation, say you can write V2 minus V1 divided by 6. So this is leaving, V2 minus 0 divided by 6. It is also leaving, and 4 ampere is also leaving. So these three are positive. All the three currents are positive, equal to 0. But ultimately summation will be 0. Sum of the current should be negative 1. Okay. Now we got two equations, equation 1, equation 2, two unknown variable. Solve it, you will get the node voltage V1 and V2. Okay. Now another problem. In this case again we don't have any voltage sources. So 1, 2, 3 branches are connected together. So we can consider this one as reference node. Then how many nodes are there? V1, V2, V3. So now we have total 4 nodes. One is reference node. So 3 non-reference nodes are there. So 3 unknown variables are there. V1, V2, V3. So we will have 3 equations and we have to solve. Now for node 1, what is the equation? V1 minus 0 divided by 10. V1 minus V2 divided by 5. V1 minus V3 divided by 20 equal to 0. So this is the first equation. We have to solve. We get this first equation. Now for second equation, what we can write? V2 minus V1. So at which node we are writing the KCL, we are giving preference to that particular node. Okay, and that node we are taking as the first case. That is V1 minus 0, V1 minus V2, V1 minus V3. For V2, V2 minus V1, V2 minus V3, like that. Okay, so that you have to think and do. So in that case, what we can write? V2 minus V1 divided by 5. So this is a leaving current. V2 minus V3 divided by 10. Leaving current, so entering current should be negative. So minus 10 plus this V2 minus V1 by 5 plus V2 minus V3 divided by 10. So you get the second equation. Now third equation, V3 minus V2 divided by 10, V2, V3 minus V2 divided by 10, V3 minus 0 divided by 5, V3 minus V1 divided by 20. That is the summation of three currents equal to 0. So we got three equation and we can solve to get V1, V2, V3. Okay. Then according to question, what you have to do is you have to find out this Ix current, Iy, Iz, Im, In. Now say Ix current is plus minus. That means what? This is nothing but 0 minus V1 divided by 10. Where is Ix? Okay, Ix is this current. Okay, through this 20 ohm resistor. That means V1, this current is flowing between node 1 and 3. So V1 minus V3 divided by 20. So this is V1 minus V3 divided by 20. Iy, Iy is this one. So this is V1 minus V2 divided by 5. Iz is V3 minus V2 divided by 10. So V1 minus V2, V3 minus V2 divided by 20. Now I n is what? V3 minus 0 divided by 5. So V3 by 5 and Im, here the direction is 0 minus V1 divided by 10 because direction is upward. Okay. So here you can see Im equal to minus V1 divided by 10. 0 minus V1 divided by 10. That is the value. Then you have to find out, say, VB, VA, VC, VD. That means how we can find out? If you know the current value, multiply with that, or if you know V3 here, now this is 0, so that will be equal to VA value. So VA equal to nothing but V3. VA equal to V3. Okay. Now VB is plus minus, but here V1 is nothing but plus minus. So VA equal to VB equal to nothing but minus V1, right? Opposite polarity. So VB equal to minus V1. Now VC is this one, plus minus. This is, then that what is the voltage? This plus is connected to V1, minus is connected to V3. So V1 minus V3 and VD V3 minus V2. Okay. That's difference. If it is current, then divide by R. Okay. So V1 minus V3, V3 minus V2. Now let us take another example. Find I0 value. This is the I0 value, current flowing through the 6K kilo ohm resistor. Now say we have voltage source. Now this is two voltage sources are there. Now take common factor. Take one of the end of that voltage source as reference node. Now this voltage source has one end here. This voltage source has one end here. Now try to take the common point of all the voltage sources as the reference source, reference node. Okay. So this positive terminal and negative terminal is connected at single point. So that will be the node voltage, reference voltage as 0 volt. Then the if this is your 0 volt, then what is the value of V1? V1 should be 12 volt, right? So 0 minus 2 plus voltage increases by 12 volt and V1 becomes plus 12 volt. Now for this case, V3 value will be what? Here positive side is connected to ground. So negative, so what is the value of V3? That will be equal to minus 6 volt. So it is connected to minus. So minus 6 volt. So V1 plus 12 volt, V3 minus 6 volt. Now we have to write how many equations? So among these three non-reference node, if we assume this one as reference node, V1 and V3 is already known. So that is why one of the end of the voltage sources you have to consider as reference node. So Now you have to write KCL at V2. So what we can write? V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1, V1 is 12 volt by 12k, V2 minus of 6 volt, V3, then V2 divided by 6k. So here you can see V2 divided by 6k plus V2 minus V1 and V2 minus V3. Both resistance are 12k, 12k. Now V1 value is 12 volt, V3 value is minus 6 volt. Okay. Then we can solve it for V2. So we will get one equation. So V2, we got the value of V2. Then what is the value of I0? It is V2 minus 0 divided by 6k. So V2 by R. So V2 value divided by 6k will get the result. Now another point, that is when there is a voltage source between two non-reference node, then what happens? We cannot apply KCL, right? Because we don't know what is the current flowing through a voltage source. So for that, what we have to do is, so whenever there is a voltage source between two non-reference node, okay, then we cannot write KCL here. So at V2, this is the current that we know. But what is the current flowing through this voltage source? We don't know. So we cannot write KCL. Then what we have to do is, we have to consider this whole part, that is this two node with this voltage source, we have to take it as a super node. That means the two, we have to remove this voltage source and we have to assume these two nodes as a single node, which is called super node. So whenever a voltage source, independent or dependent, is connected between two non-reference node to non-reference node, if one of that end is connected to reference node, then another node value is known. But if it is connected between two non-reference node, that is totally unknown. Between the two non-reference nodes, then these two nodes form a generalized node called a supernode. We have to just remove the voltage source. So supernode can be regarded as a surface enclosing the voltage source and its two nodes. So all together it is a supernode. Okay. Then what we can do is, always the difference between the voltages of the two non-reference node is known as the supernode. That means this V2 and V3, what is the relation? Okay. So V2 plus, so V2 minus V3, that will be equal to 5 volt. This is connected to plus, this is connected to minus. So V2 minus V3 equal to 5 volt. That means at a super node, we can write a KVL equation. Though nodal analysis is the application of KCL, but we can apply KVL when there is a super node. So V2 minus V3 equal to 5 volt, or you can write V2 plus 2 minus voltage of, that means V2 minus 5 equal to V3. Okay. So let us solve one problem, then we will understand the concept. Now this is your ground point. Now in this problem we can solve like that, that this is your ground. Okay. Then V2 will be known as 2 volt. Okay. And we can solve it for V2. Okay. But here we are considering this one as reference node. Then what happens? V1, V2 is non-reference node 1 and 2, and in between that there is a voltage source. Now if you want to write KCL at V1, you can write current entering, current leaving, but where is the current through this voltage source? That is unknown. Okay. So what you have to do? Now in this case, with this voltage source, this resistance is connected in parallel. That means this is 2 volt, this is also 2 volt, because in parallel circuit the voltage remains the same. So altogether we can consider these two as a super node. That means we have V1 and V2, and we are removing this voltage source and current source. So this is the circuit. Now what we can do? We can write the KCL equation at the super node altogether. Now at this super node, what are the branches connected? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1, 2 combining together, we get one node. So that is called super node. In that case, these four branches are connected. Okay. So now you have to write the KCL at the super node. Then what happens? V1 minus 0 divided by 2, V2 divided by minus 0 divided by 4, and this current is leaving, so plus 7, this is entering, so minus 7, so this minus 2, so minus 2 I am taking, you can take on the left hand side, it will become 2, so you will get one equation. But now we have two unknown, v1 and v2, right? So we got one equation. Now from where we get the another equation? For that we have to apply KVL at super node. Okay. So if we apply KVL at super node, what we can write? V1 minus 2 plus, so voltage increase, V1 plus 2 equal to V2. Okay. Or we can write V2 minus V1 equal to 2 volt. So that is the equation, V2 minus V1 equal to 2 volt, or V1 plus V2 equal to V1 plus 2 equal to V2. So this is the equation. Now we got two equations, V1 V2. We can solve and we will get answer V1 and V2. Take another example problem. Now this is a circuit. Say we can take this one as a reference node also, one of the end of the voltage source, or this one. Okay. Then if you take this one as 0 V2, then we have V1 V2 V3, where V3 is known as 22 volt. Okay. So we can solve in that way also, but here what we can do, we are taking this one as ground, V1 V2 V3, three unknown node voltage. Among this, between V2 and V3, two non-reference node, we have a voltage source, so we have to form a super node at this, taking V2 and V3 together. Okay, so we got this one as a whole as a super node. Okay, now what we can write? V2 volt minus 2 plus voltage rise, so V2 plus 22 equal to V3, right? Or we can write V3 minus V2 equal to 22. See here, V3 minus V2 is 22, or V2 plus 22 equal to V3. Any way you can do, no problem. Now we have to write KCL at node 1. So that will be V1 at, now we have to write KCL at this super node. That is node taking 2 and 3 all together. Okay. So here how many branches are connected? This is one branch, two branch, three, then 4, 5, 6. So first branch is V2 minus 0 divided by 1, then V2 minus V1 divided by 1 by 3. Now these two are leaving positive, so entering current source value we have to take it negative. Okay. Then fourth one, that is V3 minus V1 divided by 1 by 4. Instead of writing V3, what we can write? V2 plus 22. So that we have written here. V2 plus 22 minus V1 divided by 1 by 4. Now here this is leaving current. So entering current we have to take as negative. So minus 25. Then V2 plus 22. That is the node voltage here. Or V3 you can write. We are substituting the value of V3. Okay. Divided by 1,5 equal to 0. So you get one equation. Right. Now this is a super node. One equation we got. From applying KVL at super node, we get second equation. What is the third equation? We have to apply KCL at node 1. Now if we write KCL at node 1, what we can write? V1 minus V2 divided by 1/3. Okay. Now that is current leaving. Plus 3 ampere also leaving. Then minus Okay, that is also leaving, so plus 8, so 8 plus 3 plus v1 minus v2 divided by 1/3, and here another branch is there, here another branch is here, that is v1 minus v3 or v2 plus 22 divided by 1 by 4th. Okay, so that is the equation. So we got 1 2 equation, v1 v2 v1 v2, we can solve it and we can find out v3 from this, that is with respect to v2. So we got these three values. Now there is another problem that we can solve. Now in this case what we are doing is we are taking these three nodes v1 v2 v3, but there is another node here because two circuit elements are connected at this point. Now, if you consider this point as Vx, right? Vx equal to what? Nothing but V3 minus 2, because V3 then plus 2 minus voltage drop, V3 minus 2. Okay. And we can consider then you can write the KCL at node 3, okay, and we can solve the problem. Okay, now let us solve one or two problems using uh, dependent sources. What will happen if there is a dependent source in the circuit? So this is a circuit, both are current sources, so no problem. Any one of the node. So I am taking this node as reference node. How many nodes are left? This is 1 and 2. Assign node voltages V1, V2. Now we can write the current equation. So V1 minus 0 divided by 12k, V1 minus V2 divided by 6k. Okay, and this is current is leaving, current is leaving, this current source value is also leaving, so this is plus 2 I0. Okay. Now what is the value of I0? We have to find out from the circuit. This I0 is nothing but here, this is the current that is flowing through this 3 kilo ohm resistor from this point to ground. So I0 value is nothing but V2 minus 0 divided by 3k, so V2 by 3k. Okay. So we got, so whenever there is a dependent source, we will get an extra equation of the unknown variable of the dependent source. Okay. Now we can write the equation at node 2, which is, say, we can write node 2 either V2 minus V1 by 6k or V1 minus V2 by 6k also. Then current is entering as positive. Okay. This is V1 minus V2 by 6k. So in that particular equation, this I0 value V2 by 3k, that you have to put it here. So after that we get this equation 1. Applying KCL at node 2, V2 minus V1 divided by 6k, V2 minus 0 divided by 3k. These two current are leaving, 2 ampere milliampere current is entering. So this is minus 2 milliampere. Okay. Now we got second equation. After solving, we will get V1 and V2. Now say another problem. Say you have to find out the value of I0 flowing through this 12 ohm resistor using nodal analysis method. Now you can see, say we have two voltage sources. This is independent voltage source, dependent voltage source. Now what happens? These two voltage sources do not have any. These two voltage sources do not have any common point. If there is a common point, that point we can consider as a reference node. But here I am. Let us take this point, one of the voltage source negative terminal as a ground. Okay. If you do that, V3 value becomes 6 volt. What are the unknown left? V1 and V2, right? If we find out V1 and V2, we can find out any other voltage drop across resistor, current through resistor, everything. Now this is a dependent source. Okay. So we have got this voltage source, whether it is dependent or independent, connected between two non-reference nodes. We have to consider this one as a whole, as a super node. So, and you can apply KVL here. Then what we can write, V1 minus V2 equal to 2Vx. This is plus, this is minus. V1 minus V2 divided equal to 2Vx. So this is V1 minus V2 equal to 2Vx. So you get V1 equal to V2 plus 2Vx. Okay. Now we have to write KCL at this super node. That means this particular voltage source is not there. Say, assume there is no voltage source and this together as a single node. Then how many branches are connected? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what we can write, V1 so V2, so here it is V1 minus 0 divided by 12. Now what is the value of V1? That is V2 plus 2Vx. That's why V2 plus 2Vx divided by 12k. Then V1 minus V3 divided by 6. So V1 minus V3 divided by 6, instead of V1 I am writing as V2 plus 2Vx. Then here this is V2 minus 0 divided by 6, V2 minus V3 divided by 12k. So V2 by 12 6k, V2 minus V3 divided by 12k. Okay, this is the first equation. Now this equation is over. Now at V3 value is known, which is equal to 6 volt. So V3 value is known, which is equal to 6 volt. So what we will get? We will get a equation where two unknowns are there, V2 and Vx. Right? And after solving, you will get this one. Now, this Vx is the unknown, one of the unknown. Now, this Vx is there in this circuit. Where it is? That is Vx is here. That means this positive polarity connected to V2, negative to 0. So Vx equals to what? Nothing but V2 minus 0. So V2 equal to Vx. So from this we got V2 equal to Vx, and you can put V2 equal to Vx here, then you can find out, or Vx equal to V2, you can find out V2 which is equal to Vx, and then you got value of V1. If you got value of V1, we can find out value of I0, because that is equal to V1 minus 0 divided by 12. Okay, so we get the value of I0. So this is how we can solve if there is a dependent source. If there is a dependent source, only thing is we will get one extra equation of the unknown variable of the dependent source. Now points to be remembered, that is how we can select the reference node, that you have to always take care. Always try to take reference node as one of the end of the voltage source. If there is more than one voltage source, then try to find out whether there is a common point that is connected to all the voltage source. If not, take any one of the end of the voltage source. So this is the circuit. Which one, 2, 3, 4 nodes are there. Which one you have to take it as ground? This one, this one, this one, this one. So you can take this one as a ground. Then this one will be known as plus 10 volt. If you take this one as ground, this one will be known as minus 10. So let us take this one as a ground, then this voltage will be known as 10 volt, 0, these two will be unknown. So only V1, V2 you have to find out. Another example, now see here what we can do. We can take this one as ground, then this node becomes 10 volt. If you take this one as ground, this voltage will be minus 10 volt. You can take this one as a ground, then this node voltage will be known as 5 volt. So you can take this one as a node ground, then V1 will be known, and we have V2, V3 and V4 as unknown voltage. Okay. So Now V3 here you can consider these two as a series resistance, so same current will flow. So you can take it as R5 plus R6. So like that way you have to solve the nodal analysis. That means whenever you want to solve any circuit using nodal analysis method, you have to first take care of the reference node, then non-reference node, write KCL and solve them. If there is a voltage source between two non-reference nodes, take it as super node, write KCL at super node and KCL at other nodes, then write KVL at the super node and solve it. If there is dependent source, we will get one extra equation, that is for the unknown variable, that we will get from the circuit itself. Okay, so this is how we have to solve the circuits, linear bilateral circuits or networks using nodal analysis method. Okay, so for today this is it. So for today this is it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.